Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm glad that you are here. I wanted to play with some greens and this is the look that I came up with. This is kind of like a fun September pretty and pink meets green look. If you guys like this look, stick around and let's get into it. Before we do, if you would go ahead and click that subscribe button. Alright, so I have already done my face and I use the Makeup Revolution with Kylie Cosmetics Concealer. And if I'm a little bit bright in here, it's because I was baking. I get really oily here, so I was baking there and I wiped off a little bit of the powder, but I still have some of it on. So to get started, I really wanted to play with a green eyeshadow look, and there's this really pretty color by MAC. I was kind of in debate of which green to use, and I have gone with this color here, and it is called Juxt. It's like this. So this is the color that I'm gonna play with, and I might add some more greens to it, but I wanted to do kind of a pink and green fusion. So I'm going to be using all MAC shadows today. And since I am doing that, I have, I'm going to prime my eyes with Bare Study Pro Longwear. Now this one has a bit of a shimmer to it. It's a shimmer shadow. But it is one of their long wears and I kind of don't mind. I set my primers anyway, so I'm gonna set it. I'm gonna place this all over the eye. I know people like to use the Pro Longwear as their eye base. I don't mind it. I still prefer eye primers, but this isn't bad. I notice it doesn't wear all day for me. Then I'm just gonna take any fluff brush and I'm gonna go into, I have 3 different MAC palettes, and this is kind of like my pinky purple palette. Since we're gonna be on the pink side, I'm gonna go into this color here, which is it's a really light purple, like a really light lilac. I'm gonna base it all over my eye. And the cool thing with using Bare Study, because it's a shimmer, I don't need to go all the way up, and I'm still gonna have a little shimmer on the brow bone, which is kind of nice. I went ahead and zoomed you in a little bit more. We're gonna get started. I'm gonna use my ColourPop E20 blender brush, and I'm gonna go into this pink right here, which is Sushi Flower, and it's one of my favorite MAC colors. And I'm gonna start this in the arch of my eye. Fluff it all through my crease. I don't know why I love this color so much. I go back to it all the time. Every time I go back to my MAC palettes, this is like one of the common colors that I've used for a long time from MAC. I mean, they really do have such an assortment of colors. All right, now that we have that, I'm gonna take a pencil brush. I have different pencil brushes. This one's a little bit fatter than my other ones, a little bit thinner, and I want this fatness. And I'm gonna go into this color right here, which is Hepcat. It's a really pretty kind of fuchsia, purpley color, and I'm going to concentrate this a little more in my crease. I usually pair these two colors together, so 9 times out of 10, if I'm using Sushi Flower, I'm going in with Hepcat. I'm just building it a little bit at a time. I operate with a light hand because I like to build. When I first started doing makeup, I was, you know, when you're not used to it and you have pigments that are really good, you get a little nervous, you know, and you don't know what to do when you have this face that's just about done and then you packed on blush. I used to do that with blush all the time. I didn't realize how pigmented some of the blushes were, and I would just put way too much on. And so I would rather build up than to try to take away, especially when you have a full face done. You don't have that time, you know, you gotta go, you got things to do. All right, so now I'm going to kind of blend the two colors together by feathering back and forth on that blended line. Okay, then go back with your first brush, and then just give it a little more of a blend. All right, now I'm going to switch palettes, and I'm gonna go into my Nudes and Dark MAC palette, and I'm gonna go into this color right here because it has a red undertone, which I love. This is one of my favorite colors as well, Sketch. So I'm gonna take my favorite Real Techniques shading brush. I love this guy. It's just, I like how firm it is. It's not stiff, but it's firm, and I like that. And so I'm gonna dig in, and I'm going to go at an angle on the outer corner of my eye. Yeah, the first time I got this color, I actually had to go back and trade it, you know, every now and then, and I'm sure with Jaclyn Hill's Vault collection, you know, you guys have experienced it, but sometimes shadows are packed a little bit differently and it causes a different consistency in application. All right, now, before I go into the green, I want to have a transition shade from this outer color. I just want to have one little transition shade, and I love this color right here. This is such a pretty gold. Oh man, what is this? WoodWinked. It's such a pretty, I'm gonna swatch it for you. And so if you can see how that picks up, it's just a really beautiful gold, and when it's on your eyelids, it's so pretty. I'm gonna take a narrow synthetic brush, something like this. This is from Morphe, and I'm going to blend on top of the color we just placed. patting and blending. Ooh, don't drop stuff. I'm gonna take a natural hair brush and going into Juxt. I always start by patting my eyeshadow. This color is so pretty on brown eyes. I use this for some of my clients on brown eyes. Oh my gosh, it's just gorgeous. Whatever shade of brown, they could be light brown or even hazel, dark brown. Oh. So I'm gonna go back with the small synthetic brush that we put WoodWinked on, and I'm just going to feather in from the outside in some of that gold. I'm going to use this color here, which this is like another color I tend to go to, Pink Freeze. I tend to go to this color a lot when I'm actually using any one of these colors, so it's just one of my go-tos. And I'm gonna apply this on the inner corner of my eye. And I want to fade it in a little bit. To line my eyes, I am going to use my Sephora Colorful Wink It Felt Liner. This is a pretty cool liner. I don't mind it. It says it's waterproof. I feel like it wears pretty well through the day, and for brown, it's not bad. And so I find that if you stamp it, sometimes it's just a good way to start. All right, so I just wing it just a little bit, and where's my liner? All right, you guys, so I'm gonna go in for my bottom. I usually like to use a pencil on the bottom. This is my Marc Jacobs Earthquake Brown Liner. And I'm just gonna add a little on the outer corner, just to give my eyes a little more depth, not directly onto my waterline. Then from there, I'm gonna go back in with my Real Techniques, and I'm gonna take that same color that we used. I'm gonna blend it on the outer corner and meet the upper portion of my eyelid. And I'm gonna take the same brush, but I'm only putting it on the tip of the brush. I'm not dabbing the side of the brush flat. I'm just putting the tip on it because I just want to swipe it. Start with a stamp and then just kind of swipe it back and forth. And then I am gonna just add a little more. All right, I am all set. I went ahead and finished the rest of my face. I figured since we were using MAC, I may as well continue using MAC, and I layered these two blushes right here. So this is Breezy and this is Pink Swoon. Obviously, these two are like my favorite blushes, but I love this pink so much. So I used Breezy kind of on the back half for the depth as like a contour, but a blush contour, and then I topped it with the pink, oh my god, why did I brain fart the name right now? Pink Swoon. And then I went in with my Soft and Gentle MAC highlighter. On the lips, I have Please Me by MAC as well, but I did top it off with KKW Beauty super nude lip gloss. It's just a really pretty and super nude lip gloss. I really like it. I like the consistency, but there you go. There you have it. This is the final look. If you guys haven't subscribed already, please do. And if you would, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. If you guys like these lashes, go to sumptuousbeauty.com and use my code Bella by Suzanne for 10% off your purchase. And they ship free nationwide, which is awesome. Are 3D mink. They're super lightweight, really pretty. This is in the Pear Paris. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I am gonna go shopping. See you guys.